Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss a partnership between Barbara Corcoran of Shark Tank and the Jefferson's brand. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Lenny Eckstein, Phil Collin, and Ryan Thompson.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, everyone.
What's up, guys?
Hey, so yes, we are going to be talking about Shark Tank and this new partnership with Trey Zoller and their new brand they're launching and this contest they got going on. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Beka said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, Beka?
The very important topic of conversation. I've been thinking about it.
I'm sure it is.
And I am just really interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. So I want to know if you guys think if shredded cheese is interchangeable with cheese slices.
What, like on a baked potato? And how is it? What do you mean?
In any
what context?
sense, in something that in a sandwich, if you ran out of just slices of cheese, would you put shredded cheese on it?
What if it's a grilled cheese?
If you didn't have
a grilled
cheese,
yes.
If it's a grilled cheese,
yes. Because it's going to melt and it'll be, to me, you can't tell the difference.
But is it
just throwing it on another sandwich, I think would just be messy.
And what about on your baked potato? If you don't have any shredded cheese, are you going to put just slices of American?
I am not.
No. That's
I am
ridiculous.
not.
I don't put sliced cheese on anything. I feel like it's.
Well, you're vegan. You're vegan. You don't eat
that's not true. I eat cheese all day.
No, you don't.
But yeah, I absolutely do, Steve.
I'll turn your ass into the vegan council. You will be. Oh, they'll come down.
There's things called. There is vegan cheese slices made from.
I don't eat it. My point has
Americans,
nothing to do with what Steve's talking about in his red shirt. It has to do with the fact that it feels lazy and like I think the whole
Sliced cheese?
Well, yeah. Hear me out on
and
this.
the red shirt.
So do you only get blocks of cheese?
Well, let me finish this one.
You only get blocks of cheese.
In the manner of like
Velveeta? I bet it's Velveeta.
Something is how you do everything kind of mindset. I will not use sliced cheese like that. I just think it's lazy. I'd rather fresh, it's like fresh cracked pepper. Like I'm not going to sprinkle that lame ass pepper that's already been cracked. I want to crack my own. Same thing with cheese. I'm going to grate my own every time. The only time,
and put the piece of plastic on over there so you get the full experience.
I don't like
slice
hamburgers.
the cheese, put it in plastic, and then
I buy the cow first.
No.
So I can.
Well, I shred this cheese on the spot. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking, but the only time I will eat sliced cheese, and it does happen once in a while, like if I'm at the grocery store and I'm hungry and I just want a snack, I kind of like the sliced Swiss cheese. I like that on its own, but not on any other food. So
I thought you were gonna say an American like craft single. You're like, I just like love to mow down on just a piece.
No, that's worse than ranch dressing. No.
I think, Beka Sue, to answer your question, if I were to ask someone at their house, hey, do you have any sliced cheese for whatever the purpose? And they said, we have shredded. Is that okay? I would say, no, that's not.
It's not okay.
It's
in
not
like
okay.
in like 80% of situations, it's not a good substitute.
It's wrong. It's wrong on a sandwich.
It is wrong on a sandwich, unless it's a grilled cheese.
My best friend puts fucking shredded cheese on her Subway sandwich.
No.
That's
no.
weird.
And I stood there and she's making,
Subway.
we've only gone to Subway together once. And she's
No, yeah,
ordering,
that'll
and
end
I
it.
went, how fucking old are you? And she's like, what? And I go, you just got shredded cheese, just mayo, lettuce, and turkey. She's like, this has always been my order. And I'm like, that's the worst fucking order I've ever. Shredded cheese?
She might be my 6-year-old daughter.
She probably is. Well, she might be. She doesn't know who her dad is.
Okay. It's Phil. Phil's her father.
This is how rumors get started. That's not,
Oh yeah. She'll come knocking at Phil's door.
I'll
Wait
let
till
her know. We
yeah,
finally
next
found
week.
your dad.
Next week, Phil will get a knock. Yeah, it'll be.
I just wanted, because we ran out of cheese in our regular sliced cheese in the house, and I was like, I like sliced cheese for some things and shredded for other, and I had to replace it, and I was like, this tastes wrong,
Right.
and it's horrible, and I hate it. It was horrible. Shredded cheese on a sandwich.
And it's an interesting thought that you bring up, because I've never really considered it, but I have certain snacks that shredded cheese go on, and I have certain snacks that sliced cheese go on. But in a pinch, if I want some cheese and I'm out of one, I'm using the other. I don't care.
It
What
tastes. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
tastes weird though. It is.
Yeah.
It's raw. Like the consistency is raw. I literally added it to his on top of a sandwich because I was like, oh, I'll make this sandwich, and I start making it, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't have any sliced cheese. And I'm like, I got shredded, I guess, and I like put it on, and I felt right. It's like dusty, and it's like,
crying.
putting it on, and I'm like, this is just wrong. And I ate it, and I was like, this is the worst sandwich I've ever had. If I would have just had some regular sliced cheese, I would have been happy. But I had fucking shredded cheese.
Aren't
You
sandwiches for like elementary school kids anyway?
What?
Sandwiches? Aren't they just for like?
You don't fucking eat sandwiches now, Lenny?
No, I don't.
You don't eat fucking sandwiches?
I mean, I did when I was in
Don't eat-
elementary
What do you mean
school.
you don't eat sandwiches?
I don't.
It's a fucking sandwich. Everyone eats sandwiches. That doesn't even make any sense. How do you not eat a fucking? It's a sandwich. It's bread. There's stuff in the middle. There are fancy sandwiches. There's vegan sandwich. That doesn't even.
You can have a vegan sandwich.
I
I've
just
always
think
said
they're
the
like
best-
a lower level of food. I don't mess with them.
Fucking
I'm not-
sandwich
with
is
my
on a lower
wife.
level.
Lower
of food.
level.
What kind
He's
of
being
fucking food are you eating all the
condescending to the
time?
sandwiches.
Look at Ryan.
This
Ryan's just snacking
episode is sponsored by Sargento, by the way.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
snacking
Ryan's
on
snacking
Why
cheese.
the
on
fuck is
sandwiches.
Lenny not eating sandwiches? What
I
do you
think
eat?
it's-
Fucking like just are you dipping your fucking celery into peanut butter? Is that fancy enough for you?
That's a good snack.
The cheese looked delicious,
I
Ryan.
mean,
It
I
is
don't know.
good.
I think I have a more sophisticated diet. I guess I don't know.
Oh yeah. He's an
What
elitist.
are you
Yeah.
eating, Lenny?
I don't know what Lenny eats. I really don't.
Are you eating Triscuits? Is that it?
more
You're just eating
sophisticated
Triscuits and
diet.
air?
I mean, I had
Are you absorbing the sun through your skin?
salmon and a side of asparagus. I don't know.
Fuck off, Lenny.
No one eats that for lunch. That's a dinner
That's what
item,
I-
Lenny. You eat salmon for dinner.
No.
Yeah. Huh?
The best thing about the Bourbon Daily is we truly solve all the world's problems
Yeah.
in daily short episodes.
By the way, Mr. Highbrow Food loves tinned fish. So yeah. You give him. Yeah, he loves fish in tins. So he's not exactly highbrow.
Well, Lenny, you just gave me another reason to not fucking visit you in Buena Vista. So
Yeah. Well, you've
'Cause I
proved that
can't
you're
get a
willing to not
goddamn
visit.
sandwich there, apparently.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, your Hammer Kitchen serves sandwiches. I just don't eat them.
All right. On that note, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Lenny.
I'm going a little different today. So all day I've been working on a blend for Deer Hammer Progeny 4 that's going to drop next fall. And it was a lot of work. I'm up to blend P, as in started at A,
Right.
and now I'm at P.
Okay.
And so far this
you
is
drank so much you're peeing or
no, it stands for
oh.
This is
okay.
hard to do.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's still in a cylinder. I don't know if this is going to be a finalist, but it's getting closer, so we'll see if it makes any noise. Probably won't.
Do cylinders make noise?
I'm gonna pop a cylinder
Let's
cord.
find out. If you don't talk over it, it might.
There was a little noise there.
I should have talked over
Hey,
it.
is that the first cylinder pop you have on
That's
the
the
show?
first cylinder pop we've ever had. That's
Yeah.
the first cylinder pop. He's
All
got the
right.
lead. He's got the cylinder pop lead.
And he's salty on top of that.
Oh yeah. He took a shot at Phil. That was a shot across the bow. Let it be known.
Well deserved.
Yeah. So Ryan is he'll take any sort of cheese. So say you ask for a sandwich and you're like, do you have any cheese with this, Steve? And I go get a string cheese and just drop it. I go, here's for your sandwich. Is that okay,
I might look
Ryan?
at you a little weird, but I'm eating it.
Cheese whiz.
Yeah, cheese whiz. Yeah.
Cheese whiz is not cheese.
Cheese
That's
for the
where we
win.
draw the line. Come on.
It
That's real
says
cheese. That's real cheese.
No.
It's cheese. That's part of it. That's half of it right there. All right. Ryan, what do you think? It's your turn. Let's see
I
what
had a
you got.
good friend go up to the Northwest recently, and he brought me back this nice gift of a little Westward single malt.
Nice. I like that
So,
stuff. Is that the stouted cask? Not to talk over your pop.
Oh.
this is single malt cask strength. Yeah. What was the
Okay.
question, Lenny?
Nice. Well, they do. They have a stouted release. That's pretty.
Oh,
nice.
yeah, it's not stouted. Nope.
No,
Sorry.
no, started. Okay.
Hmm.
That is the lead, actually.
Yep.
That is the lead.
Better than the cylinder.
Yeah, better than the silver. I've got Copper Dome. This is purchased at the ABV Barrel Shop.
Oh, so good.
Pretty crisp.
I was crisp. It was clean. No sloshing. So I've got the lead. We're gonna have Beka go next.
I once again have some Bondstone from Tony. This one is their double oak, 90 proof. Let's see if I can do a little bit better this time.
That's a cannon. That's a cannon. That's the lead.
That was a cannon.
She's taken over the lead. She got her microphone fixed, unfortunately for me. So, all right, Phil, you're next.
Beam Basil Bookers. I got some bakers here. Aged delightful 7 years and 3 months from our friends at Jim Beam.
Just got a quick note from Jim Beam. They are the James B. Beam Distilling Company.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah. They don't know who Jim Beam is. They don't know what
No,
you're
I've
talking about.
never heard the guy.
Yeah. So they
I
do
didn't
not
hear
like it.
anything from that
Yeah.
pop.
I heard nothing.
did.
There's nothing.
What?
Heard nothing.
I didn't
There was
hear it.
nothing there, Phil.
Nothing, Phil.
Nothing.
It was in the wrist, Phil.
It wasn't
I like how
in the
Lenny demonstrates how to properly, and he shows the wrist.
I wouldn't lie to you, Phil. Steve might, but I didn't hear anything.
Oh, well, that's a
There's
shame.
nothing there. There's
I-
nothing there. Becca wins.
Hey,
Cheers, gang.
cheers, everyone.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Shark Tank partnering up with Jefferson's. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Kathy Cool, and I can't wait to pet your goat. And you're listening to the ABV Network.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Shark Tank and Jefferson's Bourbon.
Yes, we are. First of all, do you guys like that show, Shark Tank?
Love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I love
Yep.
it.
it's actually
Yeah, watch it all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I used to watch it more, but I still like it.
It's one of the only shows that I watch every week. I never watch it live because I'm always got something going on, but I watch it on Hulu or whatever the hell it's on. And I just like the show. I think it's good. So I saw James Such doesn't like that show. And I want to ask him why. I'm sure he'll address that at some point, but he's not a fan. He's not a fan.
My favorite part of the show is
angry
when
about it.
one of the sharks will get upset because it's clear the people seeking the investment don't actually want the investment and just want the publicity and exposure.
Right.
Because they won't take a deal or they're asking for something absurd. And then the sharks will call them out on it and say, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. But then they've
But
already
it
got
bumps up their sales, I guarantee it.
They've already
So,
got
Yeah.
what they wanted out of it. So just by
Yep.
being there. So
What about the ones that make you really sad? You watch any of those
There's
ones?
oh yeah.
There's some where you're like, there's the one where the three kids, their mom had died from cancer and their dad was a fireman. And so then their dad was like making this little prototype for like a chopping board. And then he died. And so the kids were like, well, we're going to try and like bring this to market because he already had ordered all these things. And so we're going to see if we can get some money for it. That one is
Right.
a tough
Totally.
one. 'Cause it had been like as they're growing up, both their parents die and they're still pretty young. But all three of them do the talking, and they all sounded great.
they were sharp, right?
All the sharks are crying. I'm
Right.
sitting there crying. It's like it's like
I know that was a good one. That you're like, it doesn't really matter how good the proposal is. You need to get a shark in there, help them out, and make something of that. And
Yeah.
I'm glad they got a deal. I'm glad they got
Yeah.
a deal. I think was it one where they all went in together or something? All the sharks did, or
yeah, they all went in on that.
that's
one,
what I
think.
thought. That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
they all said, you know what, we're gonna do this instead. We're all gonna like put money in, and they all were gonna help them out with the brand, which was I thought really
hell
cool.
yeah, man. So I think it's a great show. Love it.
Yeah.
They've got a deal with Barbara Corcoran and Jefferson's are working together. Trey and her are going to doing a Shark Tank like thing. You could submit videos, and it just is business in general. It's not necessarily bourbon industry or anything like that. It's not specific to bourbon. The top winner gets $20,000 for their business, and then 5 runners up get $1,000 a piece. What do you guys think about this sort of collaboration? It truly is just advertising. It's promotional and marketing. It's not. This isn't like a partnership or anything like that.
To
No one
clarify,
owns the
AP,
brand.
it's
They
not.
don't- yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
It's not associated with Shark Tank. Just based.
Oh.
I mean, Barbara's doing it kind of separate, isn't she?
Well, yes, it's Barbara Corcoran of Shark Tank. It's like, it's like if somebody from a band breaks off, Dennis DeYoung breaks off and sings Styx songs that he wrote. It's
Styx?
still, you're like,
Styx is the band you went with out of 100.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, that's who we thought of.
well, the Styx drives me crazy because the whole band is Dennis DeYoung. He writes all of their stuff. He's the voice of the band. He's the voice. He sings he's the lead singer. They kick him out and they keep the name Styx. He doesn't get the name Styx. He is the band, basically. So that's one that just drives me crazy. And I don't even like Styx. I don't like them. I actually hate Styx.
I like
You've never heard Steve. This seems an apropos time. This is a conversation. This is one of my famed impressions. A conversation with a guy who's the bass player in Styx. Hey,
Okay.
Robbie, what have you been up to? I'm playing in a band. Oh yeah, yeah. We play a lot of gigs. About 200 years. That's great. What band? I play in Styx. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, we got that song about the crystal ball and Mr. Roboto. That's the band you play in? Yeah, I'm in Styx. I like the idea that everybody but Dennis DeYoung is kind of embarrassed to actually be in Styx.
Well, it's a horrible name. And also, like,
Yeah.
but they do have. I saw them in concert in Sturgis. I fucking love Styx. I didn't realize I love Styx as much as I did until I watched them in concert.
Was
Did the
Dennis
band look
DeYoung
slightly
in
embarrassed to be rocking
Or do
through
you
these
This
songs?
was in 2019, I think, or 20.
Oh, he was gone.
He's out.
2019.
He's out.
Is Dennis DeYoung plays the songs of Styx? I think is how he
Actually, it
tours
was
now,
28.
right?
It must have been 2018 is when that was. It had been 2018.
The show took a turn.
It did take a turn. It took a weird turn because
Styx.
whenever I think of Styx, I think they should hire Bronner because he sings that lady in the morning.
Please stop.
I
Please.
think just went down.
Oh no, I had to sit through a 4-song set, including "Lady" as the big finish. With Bronner because I was staying at Bourbon's Bistro and I just wanted to go to bed. This was like 3:00 in the morning. I mean, I'm just dying.
Was he singing to you, Steve?
it was just the two of us. So we're up there. He said he was in the mood to do.
Steve.
He's singing to me, and he does. He's like he sets up the whole thing, and then he sings the first song, and then I jump up and clap like with I'm like yeah, and he's like, and then he starts his next song. I'm like, I thought that was it. He's like, no, I'm doing a set. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? How long's a set?
Is it a cappella?
A fucking set.
Yeah, it must be. I mean,
No music a cappella, just him belting out classics.
No, he's got a karaoke set. This is a bistro, so they have karaoke nights. They had where it plays the music, but no lyrics. So he was doing So
he performs for you.
Shark Tank.
Thank you, Beka Sue. Thank you.
What's going on with Shark Tank and Barbara? I love Barbara, by the way.
Barbara, she's one of the good ones. That's another thing about that show. I think there's three really good ones. I think Barbara is one of them. I think Mark Cuban and I think Kevin. Even though Kevin is an asshole, I think that he knows business. And he orchestrates a lot of the deals. People will copy of it. Like Lori, she's never come up with a unique deal. She just here's what Kevin says and then tries to sharpen her pencil and make the deal a little bit better. And like, I'm a nice person. Go with me. Yeah.
I wonder in the years of Shark
I don't like
Tank,
Robert either.
I'm going to throw this out. Maybe this panel knows, but the answer to the question.
I like Damon too. I like 4. I like Damon.
I like all of them.
Sorry.
Will they allow distilleries or breweries on there? Will they allow alcohol on there? They've allowed wine, I guess, right? But
yeah, they'll have alcohol. But I guess there's just so many of those. You could dedicate the whole show to that. So they've kind of avoided it, I guess. But they're trying to get more unique products, I think.
But they all love wine, so there have been a couple different wine vineyards, growers, etc. On.
Well, there's been the same guy's been on twice. He had the wine in the cup thing, and then he had a different wine thing too.
Yeah,
I don't think he got a deal either time, but it was also,
I don't think so.
It was also very good for him. Just again getting the publicity. So
yeah. But I'm surprised we haven't seen a distillery on the show. But
it's got to be innovative.
The guy from Lava Box that was on recently. Ryan, he's a Colorado guy, river guy.
That's fun to say. A lava box.
Lava Box. Yeah. He they do like an ammo can that is a propane campfire.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'll have to check it out.
That one with the Deer Hammer logo on it. It's badass.
Right.
So this partnership with Trey, that you get money for having an innovative business idea, but you don't get the partnership or the investment, right?
Right. You're just getting cash. Again, this is marketing.
It's like a contest.
Right. It's a contest, but it's set up to seem like it's Shark Tank like. Phil, you have a small business. Would you pitch something for Phil Talks Whiskey to these guys? You can get possibly $20K. You have a bubbly personality. It seems like you might be good at this.
It seems exhausting. The important thing to remember is I'm an incredibly lazy man, and this seems like there'd be an application
good
process.
Way to pitch your business here as people are listening.
Hey, Barb. I'm incredibly lazy.
I'm passionate about the things I do, but then to go and explain to someone and compete against other people, I'd walk in and say,
sounds exhausting.
Love me or leave me. Yeah.
So lazy.
I think the truth is that I would look for something really innovative. I don't know if what I'm doing would be so unique and ear bending and page turning that they'd go, that's an idea worth $20,000.
Well, so you've eliminated yourself.
I got $1 million personality, but I don't have a $20,000 idea. Ooh, someone write that down. Someone write that down. Where's my scribe?
Some of it's just production and it's enthusiasm. I think that's what wins you this contest. It's not even.
You got a great.
They're not looking at a business plan. They're not looking at a business plan here. They're looking at a video.
It's 20 minutes of obscure bourbon facts and Jeff Goldblum impressions. That's what they'll get during the presentation. Then, so
and that could be enough.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I know you are. I'm not with you. You couldn't get your wallet out fast enough.
Most of Phil's impressions end up with a 20s firefighter for some reason. I don't know how that. That's not even a person. It's just a generic character he's created that he thinks is funny. So,
listen,
see, get the water, get the buckets. Yeah, get all of it. Yeah, over there. See,
that's one of my favorite Phils.
You're giving me a headache. See, I'm gonna have to go down to the local apothecary and get some saltines and lie down a spell.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Firefighter.
You know what? I'm going to submit that.
There's a firefighter once.
Yeah. I'm going to submit that to Barbara. Because this is on video, so I could just cut that down just to Phil's part there. I'll submit it. We'll see. I'll send Phil.
This guy talks about bourbon and does impressions. It's hilarious.
As long as I don't have to do any work, go to a blast.
Phil's got 20Ks walking around with.
Just in one.
Hey, that's $4K each. I think we all get a cut. Isn't
Oh,
it?
you all get a
Would
finder's fee.
think, yeah. Also, Demetrius Kane, who was scheduled to be on, suddenly he's got his hand out too. He's like, "Oh, I'm on the scripts on this one.
I should at least get $2,000.
I get 2K of this, and then you guys split up the rest." Yeah, that's how it would work. Yeah, that's how that shit happens.
Is it just like money being doled out, or is it some level of investor money that wants a return?
No, it's just money being
Well,
doled out.
Steve, you mentioned it's promotional. Should we talk about what he's trying to promote and all this? What the idea?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The big write-up talks about how he's the 8th generation grandson of Marion McLean, who was a bootlegger in the late 1700s, and so he's taking her entrepreneurial spirit. I think it's even called the McLean Entrepreneurial Fund.
Yeah.
So it's heavy on the advertising.
Why does Trey know Barbara?
Right.
Trey knows people.
Trey just knows
Trey's
everyone.
people who knows
Trey
people.
does know everybody, so yeah, it's not that surprising.
Barb's just like, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Was there people bootlegging in the 1700s? Was there sort of laws that you needed to circumvent by bootlegging in the 1700s? I'm
That's
not
what
sure.
I'm wondering.
And
Yeah.
Beka Sue, this kind of goes back
Yes.
to the previous episode when you said more ladies are getting into drinking whiskeys. So here's Barbara pushing the whiskey. So
There's Barbara.
If Barb wants to come and hang out at Neely
Yeah.
Family Distillery, by all means, she can come
Let's
on
go.
down.
Last question, because we are all Shark Tank watchers apparently. Do you immediately evaluate when someone walks in and like who is the shark for them? Because I do that. There's ones where I'm like, oh, this person needs Barbara, or this person does need Damon, or yeah.
All the time.
I do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I do is I say, you should have practiced your pitch about 3 or 4 more times, because sometimes it's just god awful and awkward. And
I
bad.
really enjoy the ones where the people are like, you know what we should do? We should sing a song.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
our pitch should be.
Here
We
are
should-
capital investors worth millions. I'm sure they'd love to hear a stupid
I
song.
bet
that
they'd
we put
love a
together.
little ditty, wouldn't they? For
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
sometimes
I
it
could see
works in
Phil
favor.
with his impressions and dad jokes, just wowing them on the Shark Tank. It would be good.
Wow, he does sound just like Matthew McConaughey. That's wild.
It's Matthew McConaughey talking to Shaggy from Scooby Doo. It's unbelievable.
I think you meant Shaggy, like the singer.
No. I don't
It
know
wasn't
that's in
me.
his repertoire. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. All right, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Phil, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on social media at Derby City Phil, also on Twitter and Instagram at the same spot. My business is Phil Talks Whiskey. Drop me a line, do private events tasting, and I will do impressions of Shaggy, Jeff Goldblum, and 1920s firefighters between wonderful sips of whiskey.
All right, Lenny, how about you?
You can find me and the rest of Deer Hammer on social media at Deer Hammer, on the webs at deerhammer.com, where you can also order our whiskey shipped to your door. And you can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
All right, Ryan.
Across all socials at 10th MTN Whiskey. And our website's 10thwhiskey.com. That's 10th whiskey with an E.
Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. We have over 3,000 podcasts you can listen to. So much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us at the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri. We'd love for you to check out our selection of barrel picks. That would be pretty cool. At a very minimum, sign up for email and text distribution at abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you would
Like what we're doing?
if you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great
First
job
time.
today, gang.
I was doing great for a second there.
You were good. We'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Yes.
Adios, everyone.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.